What's up, y'all? Y'all know who it is. Your boy JP's Audio coming to y'all one more time to give you a quick build update on the One Loud Grand Marquis. If this is your first time here, we have a 1997 Mercury Grand Marquis that I bought right out of high school back in 2004. Dang, I'm telling my age. And we're turning into a car show showstopper. So we already got wet paint, and right now we're working on big base. So if you want to get caught up, make sure you go look at all the other videos inside the playlist. And if you want to follow the rest of the build, make sure you follow, like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff, because we're taking this build straight to the top. So my builders called me not too long ago and they were saying, hey, we really got to address the floor. We don't have to do it right now, but we're going to have to do it at some point in time. Sound waves are energy, and energy can't be destroyed. It is just transferred from one thing to the next. And if the floor is not properly braced, then that's going to be wasted energy, allowing that floor to move and flex like that until it actually breaks. So instead of trying to address it at a later date, we just went on ahead and did something about it now so we don't have to worry about it. Then with the steel cage on top of it, not going too full extreme to where I can actually put my carpet down. Hopefully I don't have to actually get a custom carpet made, but if I do, that's a part of the game. At least we have a better chance of my floor not splitting in half. So now that we've decreased the amount of chances that the floor is going to flex, we're going to do the exact same thing to the wood baffles. If you don't know what a baffle is, it's literally the piece of wood with the hole cut out that the sub actually mounts to. And depending on how strong your enclosure is or how much power you're sending towards that base application, you can see a little bit of flex inside your wood baffles. And where there's flex, there's a loss in dBs, and we want all the dBs. Now the amps that we're using are the Tesla Audio TZ2100s. This thing is about 11.5 inches long, 7.5 wide, and a little over 2 inches in height. Now, even though this is a 2,000 watt amplifier, it definitely puts out a lot more power than that. So usually you would think a 2,000 watt amp times 8 amps is going to be about 16,000 watts. But this thing will put out 59 AC volts of clean power before 1% distortion or clipping. So what that means is we can use Watt's law to find out how much potential power we can actually get out of this 2100. So one formula is voltage squared divided by resistance, and that's going to be the end of resistance that the amplifier is going to see from the application. We have 16 tens, and we're going to put 2 tens per amp. So these are dual 4s. We're going to wire these 2 dual 4s down to a 1 ohm load, so our end of resistance is 1. So now, kind of going mathematical with y'all on this. 59 squared is going to be 3481 divided by resistance, which is 1, means that it's 3481. So this, on a good day with the right proper voltage, will get roughly almost 3500 watts. Another good thing about this amplifier is that we can't really account for rise when it comes towards building an enclosure, because you don't know how it's going to operate until you actually put the subs in, put some power to it, and see what it does. But this puts out almost the same power at 1 ohm that it does at 2 ohms. So on a good day with strong voltage, if we can get at least 3,000 watts out of these with rise and all that stuff accounted for, then we're looking at least 24,000 watts. So with that being said, this enclosure better not flex, so we got to brace it up. So we started off with 6 braces inside the enclosure, and that's going to be in between the top baffle and the floor. After that, we want to put 3 more braces on the front braces to go from the middle pole all the way to the front of the baffle. So now everything is going to be secure from the top to the bottom, and then from the middle to the front. Once we have that stuff mounted exactly where we want it, then we can proceed to tack this stuff together and weld it all up. And then we have 6 braces on the inside, but we went with another 4 braces on the top, which is going to mount that top baffle to the roof and to that back wall plate of the cage in the back. So we're going to make sure that we have absolutely zero flex inside this enclosure. Now, since we're in the mood for welding, we need to make sure that there's absolutely no base that can travel towards the back end of the car. So we need to make sure we seal everything up from the B pillar forward. So right here, I got my boy Eric actually welding up some angle iron on the side, which is going to line that top arc that we talked about in the last video right along with these angle pieces that they have on the side to make sure that everything is going to be flush. And then it's being butted up all the way up to the door seal. That way we can actually body work everything, so when we paint everything on the front, it's going to look smooth, like it's just a smooth transition. From opening up the door to the inside is going to look like all one piece when they get done. And just because it's Saturday, they went on ahead and threw them subs in there. When I got this picture, I screamed, I hollered. You hear me? Hollered. So the 810s running right across the front, we're going to have those mounted the regular way. The other 810s going across the top, we're going to have those inverted, and I think that just sets it off. Now, of course, I could mount all of these the exact same way, but at the end of the day, let's show off that butt on them 10s, because these ain't no regular 10-inch sub. There are some beefy 10s out there. Y'all see this sub right here? That's an 8. You can't tell me that this 8 ain't gonna cause damage. That's a bad boy. Oh Lord. Ooh, that whole heavy. And now one of my favorite parts, and the reason I say it's my favorite because that means we're getting closer and closer to being done body working the roof to making sure it's going to flow looking like it's all one piece so it can be ready for the rest of the bed liner paint. So as you can tell, don't mind my A-pillar because I know it's messed up, but at the end of it, I'm gonna get those rewrapped anyway, so it don't really matter how this looks. But you can see how there's zero gap between that A-pillar and the roof. It is perfect. And I need y'all to really understand, do y'all see how there's no gap between the seal, between the door seal that's supposed to go inside the door and what you're gonna look at once you get in? Look at this part. That is tight. It takes a real fabricator to get in there and do that type of work, and it's just gonna look set once it's painted. Look at it. Since we're extremely close to being done, they went on ahead and primed the braces to get ready for paint because they're going to be the exact same color as the outside of the car. There's a lot of pops of green, and it's going to go up against that tan bed liner, and it's going to pop really, really nice. Now, on the inside of the enclosure, even though you're not going to see it, they still blacked out everything on the inside because that's what I would have wanted. I didn't ask them to do that. They just took it an extra step further, but even though there's going to be still rough on the inside, it's going to be blacked out so you can't tell, and I really appreciate that. We at the end, so now I'm finna give y'all the quick little surprise. I understand that I'm not going to have any type of cabin light. I don't have a headliner. I don't have the lights on the top of the roof because it's all going to be, I mean, it's steel cage and it's wood. I'm not going to have any cabin light. So what we ended up doing is we actually fabricated a nice little angle piece right here at the top. So right here you see my boy, I think that's Michael. Yeah, that's either Michael or Eric lost a whole lot of weight. But you see my boy Mike down here sanding away. And at the top, right above his head, is actually an underbody kit from Race Sport Lighting. I believe the model number is like a RSU kit. So we're doing one long bar across the top on the front. That way I can have some cabin light on the inside. And we're going to do the other 3 bars in the enclosure. So you're going to get that glow, but you're not going to be able to see it. And yeah, I got some pictures of it. And it looks immaculate. It looks sexy. Now the only thing that I can say that will make this look a little bit better is if you didn't actually see each individual LED, but that's not on my guys, that's literally on the kit. What I'm thinking about doing is trying to find some type of diffuser to put in front of it, kind of like my light right here. Y'all see, well, y'all see how you can't see individual LEDs, you just see one green light? This covering that's on the front is called a diffuser. It's like a matte translucent type of finish. I think they sell those individually, and I might buy one to put it into place just so it kind of gives this little feel. But I think that'll look a whole lot better. Alright y'all, that's all I got for you right now. I was going to break this into 2 videos, but we're extremely close. So my next video may be an update, and then the next video may be that thing coming to the house. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Till next time, it's your boy JP signing out, telling y'all to keep going, keep growing, and have a blessed day. Peace.